Good afternoon, dear students. I wish you all a happy and prosperous life. Let's start with the explanation of the poem. In the beginning lines of the poem, the poet says, "Wind comes softly, don't break the shutters of the windows, don't scatter the papers, don't throw down the books on the shelf." In these lines, the poet looks as if talking to the wind and requests it to blow softly. The wind, in its anger, is breaking down the shutters of the windows. Shutters means linked panels used to open or close windows. He asks the wind not to do so. Why he is telling the wind not to break the shutters of the windows? Apart from being a money loss, the shutters protect man from the stormy environment outside. If it blows softly, the man inside would be allowed to stay protected, would remain protected inside. When the wind blows hard or when it is destructive, it scatters papers and throws books down from the shelves in which they are kept. Papers and books need to be kept properly organized, as the poet is a writer. So, the papers and books are important to him, and he does not want the wind to scatter them, to disorganize them. In these lines, the poet describes the power of the wind. Whenever there is a strong wind, all the things that are weak, like small plants, tiny children, etc., they all get scared and they can even fall and get hurt. We can say that the initial part of the poem, the poet refers to the wind as a young child by saying that it should come softly like a child does. क्या कहता है पोएट? धीरे चलो, विंडोज़ के शटर्स मत तोड़ो, पेपर्स मत बिखेरो, स्कैटर मीन्स स्प्रेड, बुक्स शेल्फ पर से मत गिराओ, कोई भी डिसऑर्डर मत क्रिएट करो. In the next three lines, the poet writes, "There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again." In the continuation of his dialogue with the wind, the poet now looks as if annoyed. ANNOYED. Angered. As if the poet is angry with the wind, जैसे कि गुस्सा हो गया है, and says to the wind to look at the destruction it had done. He points to the scattered papers, बिखरे हुए papers की तरफ इशारा करता है, and fallen books on the floor, किताबों की तरफ इशारा करता है, and tells the wind that it is the result of its fury, of its anger. He tells the wind to see the chaos it has created. The wind blew with such a powerful force that it has also torn the pages out of the books. The poet does not limit his observation to the inner part of the house only. He also observes wind causing the destruction outside the house. हवा के द्वारा घर के बाहर भी किए जाने वाले नुकसान पर कवि नज़र रखता है एंड ब्लेम्स द विंड फॉर ब्रिंगिंग रेन अगेन. In the next lines, the poet writes, "You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings." Poking fun means making fun. मजाक उड़ाना. Weaklings means the weak bodies. It may be living or non-living. You are very clever at poking fun of weaklings. Frail crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. Here the poet continues to talk to the wind. His tone and manner have changed again. The poet is sad now because he feels the wind enjoys playing tricks on those whom it finds weak. The wind enjoys playing tricks on those who are weak and too weak to go against its ferocity, to face its fury, to face its anger. Here the word crumbling is repeated so many times to lay stress that everything crumbles while facing a strong wind. So the poet says when the wind is very powerful, it leads to breakage of everything. Houses which are weak, they fall. Doors which are weak, they fall. The beams on which the roof of the buildings are supported. Rafters means sloping beams supporting a roof. So the beams on which the roof of the buildings are supported, they also fall. गिर जाते हैं. जो कमज़ोर घर हैं गिर जाते हैं. दरवाजे जो कमज़ोर हो गए हैं गिर जाते हैं. बीम्स जो कमज़ोर हो गई हैं वो भी गिर जाती हैं. All the wooden structures fall. All bodies of people fall. जो शरीर कमज़ोर हो गए हैं गिर जाते हैं. It may be of animals, it may be of humans, it may be hearts. Whatever is weak falls down. So the poet says that everything crumbles. Everything that is weak reacts. Everything falls when it is the time of difficulty. So the poet says that whenever a weak person faces any difficulty or any challenge in life, he breaks down and falls. That is what the poet wants to tell us here. Further, the poet says, the wind god winnows and crushes them all. First of all, would like to tell you the meaning of winnows. Dear students, winnowing or threshing is a very familiar activity to many of you. It is a process to separate chaff from the grains. Winnow means to separate weak from the strong. Here the poet addresses the wind as the wind god who winnows, who separates the weak from the strong, जो कमज़ोर को ताकतवर से अलग कर देता है. Thus, a comparison is made between wheat and people. By using this word winnows, the poet has tried to put a comparison between man and wheat grain. Just like we winnow the wheat to separate the grain from rubbish, the light particle, the wind god separates the strong people from the weak people when there is a strong wind. All the things that are weak fall and get crushed. then the poet writes, he won't do what you tell him. So, come, let's build strong houses. Let's build strong homes. Let's joint the doors firmly. At this point, we find a change in the poet's attitude. Instead of talking to the wind, he turns to the reader and tells us to act wisely. He wants us to become friends with the wind. That is the adversities in our lives. That is the problems, the tough times in our lives. He says that the problems will not listen to us. They will come. We should be prepared to face those challenges. As the problems will not listen to us, so it will be fruitless, it would be pointless to pray to the wind god or to make any appeal not to do what it is doing. Instead, we should make our homes with a strong foundation and strong doors so that the stormy winds cannot break them. The symbolic meaning is that we need to develop a strong personality right from our beginning, right from our childhood, so that we do not get discouraged by any outside trouble. Next, the poet says, practice to firm the body, make the heart steadfast. Do this and the wind will be friends with us. In these 3 lines, the poet tells us the other ways by which we can save and protect ourselves from the strong and destructive wind. हम कैसे बचा सकते हैं अपने आप को? इसके लिए पोएट बताता है, we need to make ourselves strong both mentally and physically to face the challenges, to face the fury of the wind. We need to build a strong heart. Steadfast means firm, strong. We need to build a strong heart which can face the pressures of the wind. If once we are strong enough to face, to survive during the hardships, all the troubles, challenges will become like our friends and they will not irritate or disturb us afterwards. In the last 4 lines of the poem, the poet writes, the wind blows out weak fires, he makes strong fires roar and flourish. His friendship is good, we praise him every day. In these lines, the poet describes both the good and the bad effects of the wind. He gives an example of the ill effects which it can cause. उदाहरण देता है किस तरह से वो हमें बुरी तरह से प्रभावित कर सकती है. It can blow out a fire if it is weak. अगर आग धीमी है तो उसे बुझा सकती है. And if the fire is strong, और अगर आग तेज है, it doesn't blow it out. उसे बुझाती नहीं है. Rather, it makes it more fierce and strong. अपेक्षाकृत उसे और मजबूत कर देती है, और ज़्यादा भड़का देती है. So the poet says the wind can increase, the wind can nurture, पोषित कर सकती है the strength of a person. Symbolically, it means that a strong and brave person who can face challenges bravely only becomes stronger. जो लोग मुसीबतों का सामना कर सकते हैं, कर पाते हैं, वो और मजबूत हो जाते हैं. If he faces even tougher challenges in life, he becomes stronger every time. After weighing the pros and cons, PROS and CONS means good and bad effects. After telling the good and bad effects of the wind, the poet reaches to a conclusion that if we are strong, then the wind acts as a good friend. Moreover, it will help us and would increase our strength too. Then he compares the wind to God, as he has done above also. He compares the wind to God and says that we praise the wind in one of the forms of God every day. There is a very important message given by the poet here, that we should not give up in times of trouble. We should make ourselves strong so that the destructive powers lose their confidence and we become stronger person every next time. Dear students, please prepare this poem. We will do the practice of the extracts when we will meet in the school. In the meanwhile, in this duration, when you are staying at homes, please prepare the lessons and poems properly and honestly. In the next class, we will discuss the question answer on this poem along with some figures of speech. Figures of speech means alankar. I would like you to have a revision of alankar that you must have learned in your previous class. Thank you. Have a nice day.